What up, guys? Welcome to Sanju. Just finished Marvelous. My voice is in shit, as you guys can hear. It's gonna take a little while to recover. We'll chill out for a minute before I edit this video. I want this up by. I want Marvelous Part 1 up by tomorrow, which is Sunday. Which is usually when I upload pay-per-views anyway. Usually Saturday or Sunday. When I upload pay-per-views, usually I want to do it on Saturday. I still have time. I mean, it is what it is. It could happen. You guys might get it tonight. I really don't know. It all depends on how easy it is to upload, but editing it's not going to take too long because everything kind of played itself out, which is good for tonight because Marvelous was fucking wild. It was wild, and that's not even the best part about this. As you guys know, Crashman Pro Wrestling is my secondary show after Pure Intense Wrestling. As you guys see here, this was Marvelous. My idea, and hear me out. This is an ambitious idea, especially with the time that I'm crunching with. I want to have a G1. If you guys don't know what a G1 is, if you haven't heard of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax Tournament, then you guys have been missing out. What I want to do is have 2 blocks like they have, go between July and August, and be insane. This is the hard part. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get to this point because I have to honestly change up everything that I've been doing. So that means I'll have to have constant amount of shows with people and doing crazy shit, and I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna put it together. That's the hard part. I'm just trying to think in my brain how to keep the champion valuable, being Benjamin James, keep him valuable, keep his runner-ups valuable as well. And now I'm starting to think. And I mean, now you start to book things mentally in your mind already. So I guess the idea is to have, how many nights did they have? 19? So that'd be what? New Japan had, 19 nights for the G1 this year. Or last year, sorry. Which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that spans over, what, 3 months? That's a lot. That's a lot. That spans over 3 months in this thing. That's a lot of work to do. This is the most ambitious thing I've done so far, because I'm still trying to understand how round robin brackets kind of work. I know Fire Pro does them automatically, but it's not like I'm sitting here, trying to simulate the stuff out on there. I just wrote a round robin tournament on a generator, and that's kind of the idea. I'm working off that. I think the hardest part about it is not the performance of it all. I think I can keep my voice alive. I think the hardest part is finding the right people. You gotta get 10 people for both blocks. That's gonna be insane. That's already fucking wild. I'm trying to figure out how to do that while at the same time introducing new people to you guys, while at the same time trying to introduce a new belt for you guys, and the people who see my streams ages ago get a chance to see it finally being used in the ring, officially. And then it's a lot. There's a lot going on. That's the hard part. I think that's like that's the hard part, is just trying to find those people. And I honestly am thinking of making a even more ambitious block set, and I kind of want it to go on to, depending on how this goes, I want this to go longer, because I can go all the way till what, January? Or I can go to January and be set for next year, because I don't care about April or whatever. But I also have to realize I started off my year in game in April, so me doing this now means nothing, right? If you think about it, WWE's brand of wrestling, they reset in January. Sorry, they reset in April, right? Where Ring of Honor and New Japan start off a new year, right? They start when January starts. You get your fucking first Sunday easily is your is your Wrestle Kingdom, right? I had to think that out. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of work to think about that. But that also means I got more. That also means I have more time. So I could span this and make this a lot longer. I'm thinking this on the fly right now as we're going through this. This is a lot of fucking work, and this is the kind of stuff that, as a booker, you have to really think about how to doing. But the easy part about it is, it's already the matches are already written for you. You just have to decide who wins, who loses. And it's not like I'm having the AI do it. I could sit there and do that, but I honestly be bored out of my fucking mind. So I won't. I'll be playing the matches myself, making the decisions, losing, winning, whatever. You'll have your point system being valued and tallied up. You know, 2 points for the winner. Loser gets 0. Draw gets you 1 point each. But you're not going to see a lot of draws. It's hard to get a draw when you have 20 seconds outside, which means I'm going to have to change the rules. But that also breaks the whole cycle of having a Crash Event Pro Wrestling or a Pure Intense Wrestling match. But at the same time, I'll also be doing Pure Intense Wrestling, so it's a lot of wrestling happening. It's not like I can just say Pure Intense Wrestling is done for now, and we can just leave the shit alone. There's a lot going on. There's so much going on. And that's why I said, you're never really set in one way. You have to keep on playing the game. So that's 3 nights. That's a lot of work to do. And then you have to include the pay-per-view for Pure Intense Wrestling, and then a possible pay-per-view for Crash Event Pro Wrestling that's not in part of the G1. That's for my world champion being Benjamin James, right? Whoever his rival is, which may or may not be Shota Matsumoto, right? That's a lot of stuff to think about. I'm doing all this on the fly right now. I'm telling you guys the ideas I'm putting together on the fly. That also includes like I said, includes a new belt being introduced to you guys. Possible new candidates for people like for tag teams. I was thinking of getting guys like Sho and Yo, maybe getting the fucking the Tongans going, God. I was thinking of getting tag teams like that possibly going. These are just ideas that my brain are putting together. Not to say that these are going to happen, but this G1's definitely going to happen. If anything happens, the G1 and that belt are definitely happening. So that means, like I said, finding 10 people for both blocks and possibly going longer than just 10 people, maybe going for 12. Or maybe being ambitious as all hell and going for a damn 16. That could really mean you get a bunch of guys who really get a chance to really fight for themselves, right? So I have 44 people on. I have about 44 people on both shows. You got, think about shows. I got 46 people on Pure Intense Wrestling, and I have 44 people on Crash Event Pro Wrestling. And honestly, it's both 44 on both shows because you have Megan Fly, right? She's a female. She counts as 1 for Pure Intense Wrestling. Then you also have to think about Louise Carver, fucking Maria. She's also counts as 1. So you have 44 people on both shows. It means you can get about 20 people per block and be okay, and still have some matches here and there to go. Or you can keep it simplistic and go like 12, which still gives you a lot of people to get to work with. But then you also have people that are just sitting on the outskirts, which may mean if I have to go back to my calendar, I may have to make 2 shows here for Friday and Saturday, which sets that up for some crazy stuff. Because then they also have Crash Event Pro Wrestling doing their own thing and kind of keep it, like I said, keep it PG, keep it basic, and have maybe 3 matches for Crash Event Pro Wrestling. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. It ain't easy. It ain't easy by the slightest of what the hell's going on. There's a lot going on. It never stops. It never rests. It just keeps going. Like I said, this is the most ambitious thing I've done. I know that 2K20 is not going to be for me right now at all. I've tried. I know the DLC come out and I'll play those, but I don't really care for 2K20. There's no reason for me to really go over there. But there's ideas that are coming with 2K20. And it's not just DLC. I want to bring back Friday Night Generations and put it on there because the wrestlers are already on the roster. See, I worked my ass off for the last month when that game came out originally, trying to get, Cause in there, get new Cause, and stuff like that, and the new moves are really, really great, but the gameplay itself is, better than it was, previous patch. Not enough, though, to make a universe mode or continue universe mode on there right now, because I don't know how it's going to end. Now, when the last patch is all said and done, then we'll see how far this game really goes. We'll see how far 2K20 really has it, and if 2K20 is even worth picking up. The hardest part is thinking 2 years ahead from now. how will 2K19 still hold up? Will it still hold up? Right? Because you got to think about this. We might lose these servers by 2K21, right? That's just how the world works. So unless we petition to try to keep it up or something like that, a lot of these guys are gonna be lost. A lot of these guys are gonna be my final its, right? Uploading to the servers aren't gonna be existent. So that means I have to delete a lot of stuff and just to have stuff up. It's a lot to think about right now. And that could push me back and set me back hard, right? So it's a lot. But I'm willing to give it a try, give it my all, see what happens with it. Honestly need to just take a breather and breathe. I don't even know if I'll get part one up by tomorrow. I probably will, just because I want to, and it doesn't take too long to upload. It's just a lot. So if you listen this far, thank you guys. I know it's a lot. I know I sound very monotone. My voice is just done. I gotta write off these matches anyway, and I gotta think about who I want in this G1 tournament set, and also I gotta think about, you know, that belt. I want people to fight for that belt. I might just have a tournament alone for the belt and have, your first contender go up for it. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot to think about for sure. But now that that Marvelous is over, I have my victors and such. It's setting up to be something special. Other than that, guys, like I said before, and as always, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys when I see you guys in the next video. I'm just fucking done right now. Thank you guys for being supportive. I can't stress enough. I know you guys have been waiting, like frothing for this Marvelous pay-per-view. It's just a lot to put together. I'm not even gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna throw it up there the way it is. I mean, I'll cut out the little middlemans, but oof, it's a lot. Expect other things on this channel too. A lot of wrestling. Second channel, gonna have a lot of other random stuff. I want to do we did a GTA series video recently. Expect to see that. Maybe the biggest video so far. Maybe a part one, part two kind of thing with that. From uh, the last heist, the casino heist. It's wild. Other than that, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Expect more from me coming out throughout the week. Peace.